All right, my friends, so in this video here, I will share with you what I've learned over the last decade being a fitness athlete, now becoming a fitness entrepreneur. These 4 key principles applies to life, it applies to business, it applies to anything, okay? So the number one thing that I learned from being a drug addict, shifting into training, shifting into becoming a fitness athlete was the number one thing: show up, okay? Showing up and being interested in wanting to improve, okay? I don't know where that is coming from innate in me to be, curious, to want to learn, to want to grow. I didn't really see that in myself early on, but it's definitely something I've become super aware of, that is like, it's a crucial thing you have to have, okay? It's just being interested, because if you're not interested in the things that you're doing, the things you're pursuing, the business you're going at right now, it's not really sitting well with you, the job, the career you're in, the relationship you're in, man. If you're not interested, okay, like you gotta figure out what fuels your fire, what sparks your interest. So I think that's the first thing I really learned from fitness, from the gym, is show up, okay? Show up and be interested in wanting to learn. And then 2, is like, it doesn't have to feel perfect every single day. The showing up part is doing it regardless, doing it when it hurts, doing it when it's early, doing it when it's late, doing it when you don't want to do it anymore. It's to show up, okay? Why? Because you're committed, man, okay? You're committed to the goal. You're committed to improving yourself. You're committed yourself to becoming better. So being a fitness athlete, the easy, quote unquote, the easy part about when I just trained and I really had fun with it, I learned a lot of good things, to then becoming a competitive athlete, the easiest thing was now having a goal. Was now like, this is now what I'm pursuing. I remember when I started out, I was on a team with 15 other people in the local gym where I was training at. And we were 15 people, men and women, that started out. And one by one, as we get closer and closer and closer, okay, people start to fall off track. One by one, okay, people quit. Why? Because they probably weren't that interested. They didn't want to do it. I felt like this is something that really freaking stimulates me. I want to go there and win, okay? And I remember it was like 7 days or 10 days out from the competition. There's basically only 2 people left, me and another girl. And I'm literally in the gym, I'm not kidding. I'm sitting on the leg press and I'm getting a text message from my coach saying, guess what? I'm like, what? He was like, Christina, it was the girl's name. Christina just quit. Christina's out. And I was sitting there in that moment. I was the only one left from that whole team to compete. And this is not even in my notes for what I want to share with you today. But what that gave me, without knowing it, was freaking confidence, grit. Like, it fueled my belief within myself that this is like, I don't even know the ratio of people, like it's 100% almost quit, and I didn't, okay? So one of the biggest things that I learned in that process, by showing up, by being interested, by doing it, was just to freaking never ever quit, no matter what. So that was really the first step that I learned. Show up and be interested. Number 2 was getting a coach. Getting someone in your corner, one that can keep you accountable. Okay, my coach texting you, hey, are you up? Are you doing this thing right now? Checking in on me. Like, one of my favorite parts about being on that team was weigh-ins. It was like every single week when he had to do my body fat percentage, do my weight. We're in the mirror, okay? I had to strip off all my clothes. I had to flex everything. That was the favorite part, okay? Why? Because it was like, I was being monitored. It was like so exciting for me. Okay, it was like, do this and then you will get results. And I was just like a freaking machine. I just did it and then I saw the results, and it just fueled that process within me. So, what we do today for our clients is the exact same thing, just in different, different levels. So getting a coach, okay, getting someone in your corner that believes in you when you don't believe in yourself. Step number 3 in that process, and you can see what we're talking about here, it's not just fitness, it's life. Okay, It's you being accountable to yourself, showing up, okay? Getting good people around you that can keep you accountable. And then number 3, of course, you're gonna do the right strategy. Follow the right plans. And for us, okay, it was obviously training and nutrition. So to share a little bit more about what we did and what I did when I was a bodybuilder, and I, obviously built muscle. I was, 105 kilos, 6-pack, lean, eating 6,000 calories a day. Like I was a well-oiled machine at that time. Like my body was just running. So the 2 key things that I learned from my training and nutrition was, again, from my coach. Step number 1 in your training. When you're training for muscle growth, muscle building, you are mainly focusing on hypertrophy training. Okay, so higher reps, more frequency, 10 to 12 reps, 15 reps, push-pull legs, you're training your whole upper body, you're feeling your muscles, and that's really the training methodology you're following through with. And the feeling part, as I just explained there, I had no clue about that when I started out. I trained and I lifted heavy and I did the machines and I did the whole thing until I met my coach first time, and he told me, hey, no. Half the weight, slow down, contract at the bottom, okay? Feel your muscle, like really feel into your muscle, and then do the repetition as you're doing it, okay? I did that and I was like, oh my God, that was heavier and harder than when I did twice the weight. So he started to conditioning my beliefs around training. Train smart, okay? Train hard. There's a place for training hard, but train smart. Don't hurt yourself. But 2, feel the muscles. If you want to be athletic and lean and aesthetic, you want to have your muscles popping, and you do that by connecting to them, not moving a weight from A to B, okay? So feeling into your body, learn the mind to muscle connection. And then number 2, seeing how he was training. He was old school, man. He's 55 years old, no phone, no apps, no training programs. He was just training hard. Piece of paper, these are my sets, that's it. And I was training with this man, okay? He became my mentor, he became my good friend. I was like a son to him, okay? So I saw what that looked like. I saw what that next level looked like. He's been a bodybuilder his whole life, okay? So I just emulate. That's the best thing you can do, man. Find someone that already has what you want and just emulate, model what they do, shut the fuck up, listen, sit down, take notes, and then just go in that direction. Boom, you will have biceps. Boom, you will have chest. Boom, you got abs. Okay? It's not that simple. When you follow the right program and the right structure laid out for people that you obviously can trust because you know they're already walk through that. So that was the biggest takeaway on the training. On the nutrition part, super simple, okay? Proteins throughout all your meals. Aim for 2 grams of body weight, like 2 grams of protein per body weight. So that means that if you're a grown man like me, 90 kilos, you're eating roughly around, let's say I was eating 6 meals at that time, so that's a little bit more spread out, and I also had more protein there. But if I would eat that today, it would be roughly around 4 meals, 30 to 40 grams of protein in each meal, okay? 250 grams of steak, 250 grams of chicken, egg whites. I have 12 egg whites for breakfast, big bowl of Greek yogurt. All these serving sizes has 30 to 45 grams of protein in each one. That's just how I'm streamlining my meals throughout the day. 2, then I'm adding in the carbohydrates when I need it. We talked about that in other videos, like the timing versus limitation. I would then time my carbohydrates around when I need it, and then when I don't need it, when I just sit and work at nighttime, I will cut my carbohydrates out, okay, to really just manage like a good shape all year round without really having to count any calories. These were the 2-3 key principles that I really learned in terms of programming around food and training, and I'm here to tell you, like, we work with our clients today on an app. We have videos, we have training programs, we have everything in one place, smooth, and all we do every single day is to try to make the user experience for guys like yourself so smooth and so easy. But here's the thing, my friend. The basics is what works. Consistency and adherence is everything. You can have 5 different exercises you do for the rest of your life, and you can eat 4 meals and that's all you did, and you will look jacked than more than 99% of men out there, okay? So it's just, I'm here to encourage you. You don't have to look around for 7 million things. Follow one thing you can do, monitor what you do, like see the results. If you don't know what to monitor, that's where you get a coach. And yeah, like the last point really wraps in what I actually talked about in the beginning was, when I didn't quit, okay, I built that belief within myself. But seeing myself changing so much physically over a 16-week period. Let's say you're 20% body fat right now, and you go to 10% body fat, again, you look like a very different man. And let's just say you do it in 20 weeks, whatever, man. You do it in 6 months. You look completely different aesthetically. Most people will look 5 years younger. So when you know that I did this, and this for the last 6 months, and now I look like this, now I feel like this, now my friends are saying, whoa, you changed a lot. Now your mom and dad comes to you and be like, damn, what did you do? What do you think that's gonna do to you? Okay, you can do anything. You can do anything after a transformation like that. Why? Because you have shown yourself when you put your hands and your effort and your work into something, you can move mountains. You can do something. That is like hands down probably the biggest 2 takeaways. Is what I said in the beginning, and then now that I've taken with me for the last 15 years of training right now, is I don't quit no matter what. It's not in my vocabulary. It's non-existent. Okay, don't even know the word, can't even spell the word. And 2, I can do anything. That's it. Okay, forget the 6-pack, forget the bicep, forget the money you earn, forget anything of all that. The pursuit of these things is what gives you the character, gives you the energy, gives you the perspective, gives you the grit. And that is the thing, my friend, that you will take with you for the rest of your life. That is the thing that you will sit with you in the end of the day, and then you will cherish, you will look back, you will think back to yourself, oh my freaking God, what did I create in life? Why? Because you did the things, you did the hard things, you persisted, you went through it, okay, and you upskilled yourself. That is my message with this. So again, let's keep it light. Again, this is really what I learned, I would say, mostly from training and from fitness, and that's why we're running the business we're running in today. Peak performance is about mastering these areas. Okay, your physical, your mental, and emotional. Right? So again, I would love to hear what you took away from this video here. Leave down in the comment. We have a lot more videos. I've done a lot more like super cool podcasts with super successful people in all walks of life. I've done a podcast with a lady that lost literally half her body weight, multi-millionaires, millionaires in their 20s, okay, peak performance men in their 50s. I've interviewed and I've talked to some very, very incredible people all the way around the world. All that is down in my channel. So again, remember, click below, subscribe, hit the bell button, and I will see you in the next video.